Hi, this is Sherry, and welcome to Parkinson's Foundation PD Health at Home Fitness Fridays. I'm Sherry Zach Morris, and I am a certified yoga therapist and the founder of Yoga Vista. Yoga Vista is an online video streaming library where we are dedicated to helping people with movement challenges and physical limitations. So today's class is all going to be about your joints. Yes, if you have any symptoms of arthritis, stiff joints, and as many people with Parkinson's, we always have that limited movement mobility in our joints. So this class is really going to focus on the joints. And you know what? You have a lot of joints in your body, from your fingers to your toes, your ankles, your knees, your shoulders, your elbows, everything. Joints need to move. That's what mobility is all about, right? Mobility means movement. So today we're going to be pacing ourselves. Always make sure you check in with your doctor to make sure that these practices are good for your health. Just be mindful, and we're going to have a great time together. We'll start first with some breathing exercises. Breathing is important because it brings our awareness where we are. We're not going to be thinking about what's going on or what we have for dinner. It also helps to bring in more oxygen into our bodies, and guess what? Oxygen is good for healing. It's also good for energy. So in order to start our practice, I want you to feel really grounded in your seat. If you can, see if you can have your feet flat on the floor, your toe mounds and your heels touching, and your back is tall and straight, as much as you can. Try not to slump, because that doesn't help with breathing or movement. So when you find your comfortable spot, I want you to take your shoulders up and roll them back and down. Good. And again, up, back, and down. Very good. One more time. Up, back, and down. Now place your hands on your laps and turn your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Good. Fingers are just slightly curled. You're going to close your eyes just for a moment or two. Just close your eyes. And to yourself say, I am here. I am here. Flutter your eyes open. Very good. Now take your head and lift it up just gently, and then tuck your chin down and look towards your kneecaps. And do that a few times. So we're just nodding the head just gently. And guess what? We're working our first joint, which is our neck. Our neck is very important. It's like a periscope to our beings, right? We have to see what's around us. So the neck is very important for mobility. And when you bring it back to the center, just turn and look over one shoulder. Doesn't matter which one. And back to the center, and then turn to the other shoulder. And back to the center. A few more rounds like that, just moving your head back and forth. It's like making the no sign with your head. Good. And last time. Good. Now take your palms and place them down on your lap. Oh yeah, do you feel the difference in that? That nice sensation of being grounded and stable. Now we're going to start our first breathing practice. It's called Smell the Rose, Blow the Petals. Here's how it works. We're going to take one hand, doesn't matter which one. You're going to reach over, grab a rose, pick it up, bring it to you, and then take a big whiff of that rose like this. And then blow the petals like this. Got that? Other side. Here we go. Pick a rose. Bring it to you. Take the biggest sniff if you can, and blow those petals. Good. Now reach a little bit higher. Grab a rose. Bring it to you. Take that big sniff and blow those petals. And last one. Here we go. Reach up high if you can. Grab that rose. Take a nice smell. Blow. Good work. Now we'll work a little bit on expanding our shoulders and our ribs and our rib cage and our lungs in order to breathe a little bit better. We're going to do that using our teacup analogy. So take one hand in front of you, hold the teacup. Remember, we're not going to spill the teacup, so don't turn your palm. We're going to take that teacup out to the side. Just out to the side. Good. And bring it back in. Good. And then out to the side, and bring it back in. Transfer that teacup to the other hand. Here we go. Take it out to the side, and back in, and take it out to the side, and back in. Good. That helps to open up the shoulders. Now we're going to do it with our breath. So hold that first teacup. We're going to go inhale out, exhale center. Inhale out, exhale center. Good. Transfer that teacup. Don't spill it. Out to the side. Inhale. Exhale center. And inhale. Exhale, center. Good. Now put both those teacups on a tray in front of us. We're going to take them out with the breath. So inhale out. Exhale, bring them back. And inhale out. And exhale back. Let's do 2 more of that for a big breath and lots of energy. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Great work. Hands on your thighs. Take a little pause. Good. I hope that you feel a little bit more, let's say, buoyant, with a little more energy and a little more oxygen in you. Are you ready to start our joint work? We're going to start first with the shoulders. The shoulders are very important joints to work on because a lot of times we tend to roll our shoulders forward, especially if we're slumping in a chair, right? So we want to make sure that those shoulders are up and back as much as we can. And encouraging those shoulders to get up and back, we're going to do some shoulder gentle movements. So take one hand to your shoulder, and you're going to take it back and forward. Good. And back and forward. We're going to do 4 of those on each side. So that's 3. Good. And that's 4. Very good. We'll do the other side. Here we go. Out and in. You could even inhale and in and inhale and in. And last one, inhale and in. Good. Opening up our wings. Taking one hand to the shoulder, and we're going to lift it up and down. Lift it up and down. Next time we lift up, we're going to lean a little bit and down. And let's do that one more time. Lean and down. Good work. Other side. Here we go. We're going to go up and down and up and down. Now with the lean. So inhale, exhale, and inhale and exhale. Good work, everyone. Now take both hands to your shoulders and we'll do backward circles. Gentle movements. Doesn't have to be big. We're rotating in that shoulder socket. This is going to help with your rotator cuff and all your shoulder mobility, and most importantly, your posture and your breathing. So all of that benefit just from this gentle rolling movement. Good. Let's do just a few more circles because these feel so good, don't they? Good. So we'll end our shoulder movement with elbow kisses. It looks like this. We go out, and then we bring those elbows together as close as we can, and maybe we even kiss them. And then we take it out and bring them close together. Mwah. 2 more, out and together with a kiss. And last one, inhale and exhale. Whew, bring that together. Good work. Maybe shake it out a little bit. And how about stamp your feet a little bit? Yeah, get some energy in those feet too. Good. And then bring yourself back to the center. So people often ask me, what does a certified yoga therapist do? You know what we do really? I'll say in a nutshell. We help people learn how to move so they feel better. Simple as that. You've heard of physical therapy when you do repetitive movements to help things get stronger and more flexible. But yoga therapy is a slightly different kind of practice because we always try to use the breath with the movement and the mindfulness of what we're doing. We're not just doing repeating sequences. We're really paying attention to what part of our body we're working on, how it feels, and again, how it's going to make us feel stronger, more mobile, and more flexible. Now we're going to start to move into the arms. So taking one arm out, turn the palm up. We're going to touch the fingertips to the shoulder and then straighten. So what joint are we working right now? We're working the elbow joint. Exactly. The elbow joint is very important for golfing, tennis, picking up things. Good. And then release it to the other side. Palm is up, and we're going to touch that shoulder and then straighten it out. Good. A little bit for that elbow. We're going to hit almost every joint today, I hope. Good. Let's do one more. And the cool thing about the elbow is it works in 2 different directions. We're going to do the karate chop. It looks like this. Watch. Straight out. Bring it back in. Straight out and in. 2 more. Out and in. Out and in. Good. Okay, other side. Here we go. Out. In. There's like a little flick to it if you want to do the full expression of the karate. Like, yeah, good. And this one more. Very good. Okay, open and close your fingers like this. Oh, do we have a lot of joints in our hands? We really, really do. So we always have to work these joints because you know, you heard of from the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz that we got to oil our body, our joints in order to keep them fluid. Good. And then rotate your wrists, and if you can, open and close your fingers at the same time. Yeah, a little double duty here. And then rotate your wrists the other way. Very good. Now, I like to focus a lot on the hands. I know there's a lot of little joints in here. We have a lot of joints to cover in the body, but the hands are very important because guess what? They're your tools, your everyday tools. They help you brush your hair, wash your teeth, grab things, cook, clean, whatever you need to do, you need your hands. So we're going to do a little bit of mobility for the hands today. This might be challenging, but I'm going to ask you, why don't you try some of these things when you're not watching the video? Maybe when you're watching TV, maybe when you're waiting for your tea kettle to boil. You can do some of these things. So let's see if you can do this one. This is called A-OK. You see this motion right here? The index finger and the thumb, like you're doing A-OK, A-OK. Good. Keep all the fingers straight because now we're going to touch the middle finger with the thumb, but straighten all the fingers up. Good. Are they nice and tall and straight, facing up towards the sky? Good. Now the ring finger and the thumb, spread really, really wide, straighten your fingers. And then the pinky and the thumb. If you can, spread, good. Strengthening, good. Very good. And then back to the A-OK. You got it. That works really, really good. Now we're going to make a tent with our fingers. So it looks like this. All the fingers are touching. See? It looks like that. Good. Spread them nice and wide and then just go up and down like this. Someone told me it's like doing push-ups with your fingers. Yeah, so you're kind of bringing them together and you're stretching them out. Good. So this brings some mobility and flexibility to your fingers as well as the strength. Good work. And then release it. Good. Shake it out a little bit. Open and close your fingers. And that rotation while you're opening and closing your fingers, one direction and then the other. Good work. Now the last thing we'll do for our fingers, very important, is to traction our fingers. So tractioning our joints is a very important concept. Tractioning means we're pulling apart something and making space for it. So we know every single joint is basically a connection. And arthritis happens when that connection of the joint gets compressed and then it's hard to move, and then arthritis comes in there and starts to create all these little bone spurs, and then it's harder to move. So we want to make sure that we traction, open the joint, as well as move the joint to get that synovial fluid in there. So this is how we traction our fingers. We're going to take one hand like this, and we're going to pull each finger gently. So grab a hold of your thumb, kind of over there by your thumbnail, and pull and wiggle a little bit. Imagine, if you can imagine your skeleton, and you're pulling and you're lengthening each finger. Do the index finger, pull, wiggle, and stretch it out. Good. Only gently, okay? We're being gentle here. Middle finger, little wiggle, little pull, a little tractioning. And then that ring finger, pull. See if you can keep all the other fingers straight. Good. And then how about the pinky? Good, we'll do the other side. Now you see how you can do all these little movements when you're just sitting around? Good, take your thumb, wiggle, stretch and pull. And then that index finger, pull, wiggle and stretch. And breathe and smile. Middle finger. Remember, all the other fingers are staying straight and spread wide if you can. And then that ring finger. Pull it straight. And then lastly, the pinky. Pull and straighten. Good. And then lastly, we're going to open up the carpal tunnel. So as you do that, you're just going to take one palm, press it forward as the fingers go down. Oh, let's take a couple breaths here. So inhale. Exhale. It's a gentle stretch, not much, okay? Inhale and exhale. And the other side, here we go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good work. Shake it out again and just move those feet. Yes, we'll get to the feet. Don't worry about it. We've got most of the upper body going on, but guess what? Your ribs. Your ribs are joined. You have a lot of ribs. They go in the front of you and the back of you. They move forward and they move backwards and they move sideways. So we're going to do all those motions here. So we're going to do something called hug a tree. You're going to take your arms and you're going to take a big stretch like this, like you're hugging a big tree. That's going to stretch your backside of your ribs. Good. And then you're going to turn your palms up and you're going to bring the energy in of that tree. Pull your elbows back as far as you can, even beyond your shoulders backwards. Good. That opens up the front of your ribs. Good. We're going to do this again with the breath. So inhale, big hug of your tree. Exhale, bring the energy in and pull those elbows back. Oh, like a little back arch. You got it. Here we go. 2 more. Inhale, hug your tree. Exhale, bring the energy in. Sit up nice and tall. Last one. Inhale, big hug of that tree. It's a big one. And then exhale, bring it all the way in. Good. Hold that energy in. Palms are facing up. Turn to one side, a little twist. Bring the energy there, back to the center, and bring the energy to your other side. Good. And back to the center. Next, we're going to work into moving the wrists and opening them up sideways. Okay? So taking one hand to your shoulder, we're going to reach it up, up, up. And as we lean, we're going to take our hand, place it down on the seat of the chair. If you have an arm to your chair, you could even place it on the arm of the chair. And we're just going to hold that for a few breaths. So inhale. Exhale, and again, inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Good work. Other side. So hand to your shoulder. We're going to lean over. I'm going to keep my hand down, but you know, if you have an armchair, you can do that as well. So we're going to inhale, and exhale. Let it go. Inhale, open the ribs. Exhale, and last one, inhale. And exhale. Good work. One more time for hugging the tree. Getting the spine back to the center. So inhale that hug a tree. Exhale, bring the energy in. Good. And when you release it back, yeah, we're going to do it again. We're going to wiggle and we're going to pounce a little bit. Yeah, good. Shake it all about. Good work. Okay, we're going to start to work a little bit into our spine. So if you can, if it's accessible to you, I want you to see if you can take your legs just a little bit wider. And the reason is because you're going to have a little bit more ability in your lower back and your hips. I even like to scoot up a little bit. So if you don't want to use the support of your chair, guess what muscles are being used? Your core muscles. When you're leaning back on your chair, your core is not working. When you're not using the back of your chair, you're getting strong in your core. And what does that core help us do? Balance. You got it. Okay, so we're sitting up nice and tall. Maybe we're not leaning back. Good work. Here we go. It's going to be a cat-cow. It's a very common yoga movement. It's for your spine from your neck to your tailbone. It looks like this. We're going to roll those hands from our thighs all the way to our hip bones, almost like your wrists are touching your hip bones and your shoulders are back. Your back is arched. Yeah, like that. Then you're going to take your hands back towards your kneecaps, and if you can, even put them on your kneecaps and round your back and pull your belly button in. Oh, do you feel that stretch in your low back? I hope so. Now we're going to incorporate the neck too. So we're going to inhale, take those hands to your hip bones, lift your chin up. That's your beautiful cow position. And when you exhale, you're going to round your back, tuck your chin, look down at the floor, and open up that upper back. So here we go, a few rounds. Cat-cow. Inhaling, arching. Exhaling, rounding. And again, inhale, arch. Exhale, round. We'll do one more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, tuck it down. Good. Bring yourself all the way back to the center. And now we're going to do something called stirring the pot. This is a nice movement for the sides of your back. So we work kind of the straight part of your back, neck, all the way to your tailbone. But now we're going to take the lower back, the sides of our back. So it looks like this. One elbow to the opposite knee. See how that looks? Yeah. You should feel a nice stretch right here. Good. Bring it back. Other side. Good. Bring it back. Let's do it again just to make sure you got it. Got that? Good. And back. And here we go. Crisscross and back. Now we're going to create a circle. Watch me first, and then we'll do it together. We're going to crisscross. We're going to roll forward, pull the shoulders back. We're arching. Crisscross and roll backwards. See how that looks? Good. Now we're going to go like this. Round we go. See that movement? Oh, I think you're going to really like this one. This one's called stirring the pot. Good. And we're getting into the low back. And guess what? All those vertebrae in your back are joints. Yes, they are. And they need to be moved, lubricated, and tractioned. Good. When you come back to the center, we're going to go the opposite direction with the circle. I'm going to give you a challenge. You take it or not, okay? If you want core work while we're doing stir the pot, it looks like this. When we're really stirring our pot, like a big cauldron in front of us. Good, roll it around. If that's not accessible, then you keep your hands on your thighs and roll around like we did the first round. Good. Working the back and the core together. Good. One more circle. And then bring it back together. Very good. Bring yourself back in. A little shake, a little tap with your feet. Good. Okay, now we're going to work those beautiful hip joints. Oh my gosh, the hip joints are one of the strongest joints in your body. They are the part of your body that connect your upper body to your lower body. So if you want a good, strong walking gait, if you want good balance, if you want strength in your legs, your hips have got to be strong. So we'll start with some gentle movements and we'll get into some more flexibility and some strengthening of that hip joint. So first I want you to take one leg up. Now, if you can, I'm going to give you a couple options. You can grab a hold of your knee. You can grab a hold of your thigh, you can interlace your hands underneath, whatever you can to lift that leg up, and I want you to just take it up and down like this. Good. It's just a gentle movement. It's not very much. Good. Up and down. Good. All right, you got it. Now, once it's up, I want you to go out a little bit and then in and out. Good. The hip is a ball and socket joint. It has so much mobility. And that's why it kind of gets worn out sometimes if we overdo things. So that's why you have to be careful with all these gentle movements. Keep them gentle, okay? Good, and then bring it back. We'll do the other side. So remember, you can grab your kneecap underneath your thighs, however you want to, or you can even do it with the strength of your core muscles, and you can bring it up and down. Good. So what we're doing now is just getting some lubrication in that hip joint. The hip joint's waking up right now. Good. A couple more times. And then once it's up, we'll go out and in, like opening and closing a door. You got it. You're doing great today. I hope it's feeling good. Now, if you're tired, always feel free to take a rest. It's okay. All right? Good. And bring them back together. Good. Now, we'll move those hips and knees together by doing the Charleston. It looks like this. Watch. Open the legs. Touch your knees. Open the legs. Touch your knees. Good. Open, close, open, close. Good. Now we're going to do the hands. Watch. Open the legs. Palms are open on your thighs. Close the legs. Palms crisscross. Palms are down. Here we go. Open. Crisscross the other way. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. We're going to do it fast 4 times. Let's do it. Open. Close. Yes. Fast. Do it. Do it, and done. Good work. See, all of those joints, they love to move. So if you like that sequence, the Charleston, remember, you can do that sitting down, watching TV. Okay, let's start to work with those circular motions in our hip joint. So grab a hold of the legs, and if you can, we're going to roll it around. And remember, the movement does not have to be big. If you can imagine, and if you have good imagination, maybe you can imagine when you're doing this, that the hip is moving, the ball and socket is moving in your hip joint. Yeah. That's really an important movement. So people who get arthritis in their hips often cannot rotate their bones in the socket. So we want to make sure that you always can do that just by doing these gentle movements. We got that? Good. And just a couple more opens and closes. Yeah, warming up those hips. You got it. So now we're going to work into the knees. Yes, we're moving down the body. We've got the whole neck, back, shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, wrists. What else? We did a lot, didn't we? Now we're going to move into the knees. So I just want to say I'm out here on my back porch. I live in San Diego. It's a beautiful day out here. I hope you're enjoying this outdoor vibe with me. And I always just want to remind you that yoga can be done anywhere. It doesn't have to be done using the video. It can be done sitting. As you can see, there's a lot of things you can do just sitting. Okay, here we go. With the knees. So one thing I learned about the knees is arthritis comes into the knees very, very often. And a lot of time is because we have a lot of weight bearing on our knees and we have a lot of compression. Remember compression? Joints don't like compression. They want to be opened up. In order to create that strength of opening up the knee joint, we've got to create strong thigh muscles. So here we go. We're going to take a hold of a leg, doesn't matter which one, and we're going to lift it up like this, toes face towards the ceiling, and then down. And lift it up and down. Good. And up and down. And one more. Up and down. Okay, other side. You can lift your leg up a little bit, and then it goes like this. Straight and down. Up and down. 2 more. Up and down. And up and down. We're going to do another round, so I'm going to invite you to take a challenge with me if you want to. You could hold on to your leg you did the first time. Otherwise, I want you to take your hands up like this, no hands, and you're going to lift your leg up and you're going to do 4 kicks. It looks like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Other side. Here we go. Lift it up. It's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good work. Boy, that was a lot of work, wasn't it? Good. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, another thing for knees, we want to make sure that we can keep a nice strong hold. So I want you to take one leg out and I want you to straighten it out, point the toe, and then flex it. Point and flex. Point and flex. One more, point and flex. Rotate the ankle inward and then outward. And then a point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Last one, point and flex. Good work. Here we go, other side. Point, flex. If your hand is on your thighs, I bet you can feel your muscles getting a little harder and stronger. Good, that's what I want you to feel. One more, point and flex. Rotate ankle inward. Are we working the ankle joints right now? We are. Rotate outward. Yeah, when you hold your leg straight, you're creating strength. Keep doing it. Good. And then 4 point and flex. Here we go. Point, flex, point, flex, and point, flex. Last one. Point and flex. Good work. Oh, shake it out. Okay, let's work into the ankles and the toes. Want you to take your hands, place them up like this as you come up on your tippy toes. Good. Now you're going to come all the way down, heels down, toes up, hands to your knees. And if your toes are up, spread them. Good, here we go. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, ground it down, heels down, toes up. And again, inhale. Exhale down, spread those toes. Inhale up. Exhale down. I think we need to do 2 more of these because we need this work. Inhale up and exhale down. Last one, inhale up, lift. Exhale down. Good work. Now we're going to do some challenging things. I introduced you to so many different joint movements. I think we got every single joint. Did I forget one? Can you think of anything I forgot? I think I got all the major ones. Now we're going to be doing a little bit of brain work in addition to our joint work. Okay? It looks like this. Watch. Point and flex, matching the hand and the foot. Pointing, flexing, pointing, flexing. You got it. Easy, huh? Yeah. Other side. Point and flex. Working the hinging part of our joints. Very good. All right, now we're going to take one foot and point it, and the matching hand is flexed. See how that's opposite? And then we go like this. Good. Yeah, a little bit of a brain work, huh? It's the opposite. Sit up nice and tall. Don't be slouching. Okay, other side. Point the foot, flex the hand. Point. Yeah, good. All right, you did it. So here we are. We're going to do something a little more challenging, okay? If you can, I want you to scooch back a little bit because we're going to lift up both legs. Try the best you can. If that's too hard, then I want you to just do one leg at a time. But when you lift up both legs, you're using your core work. And remember what core does? Core strength? Yeah, helps you with your balance. Okay, so watch. One hand, one foot, points. The other hand, the other foot, flexes. So it's like paddling, like that. Good. Oh, I love this one, know why? Because it gets so many joints. Okay, what do we got going on? We've got ankles, knees, thighs, wrists, fingers, coordination, brain, all going on as we're paddling along. Okay, very good. All right, now this is going to be super hard. I want you to practice this one. I know the first time you're not going to be able to get it, but I bet you if you kept practicing, you're going to get it. Okay, step it through with me. Here we go. Point a foot, flex a hand. Flex a foot, point a hand. You see? Yeah, I told you it was hard. Then flip it. Can I do it? I don't know if I can do it. Good, and flip it, and flip it. Do I got it? I think I got it. Just keep doing it. And if you don't have it, then laugh like I'm laughing, okay? Because all we're doing is just working our bodies in different ways, and our brain, of course. Good. And then go a little faster. And then stop and check your work. So let me just see. Did I get it? I did get it. Good work. All right. I like to move in playful ways because I find if you find fun in movement and a little bit of challenge in movement, right, you might get frustrated. But if you find challenge in it, then you're kind of going to want to do better. And when you do better, you're going to be stronger. You're going to be more flexible, more mobile, and just going to feel better. So how are you feeling so far? Good? All right. How about this? A-okay, right? Good. Now, if you've ever taken a yoga class, there is a sequence called sun salutations. Sun salutations is a movement sequence flowing with a breath cycle. You're kind of marrying your breath with your movements, and that creates a moving meditation. And what that does is it helps to calm your mind and your nervous system. In today's day and age, I know everyone's going to agree with me that things are moving rapidly, changing rapidly. Things are stressful. There's anxiousness, there's fear, all of those things. And we know there's happiness and there's joy and there's fun as well. So when we get to be in a place where everything is calm and peaceful in our breath and in our bodies and in our minds, we're in a good spot. So that's what sun salutation does. So I'm going to take you through the movements. It's going to be moving a lot of different parts of your body that we've already warmed up and moved, and it's going to be moving with your breath. So here we go. Take your hands to the prayer position, and in yoga we call this namaste hands. Namaste. Okay? So we're going to inhale and we're going to lift the arms up like we're lifting them up towards the heavens like this. And then we'll exhale, bring the arms into this movement. People say this is the goal pose, or I say it's cactus pose. And then we're going to go like this. Press the palms together, and then inhale them open. Good. And then the hands go to the thighs, and we're going to lean forward like we're peeking over the edge of a cliff, but we're not bending our back. We're just hinging our back. Good. And then we'll go halfway up with a little back arch. And then we'll go back to that peeking over the ledge. We're going to lift one arm up and look up to the side. Bring it down. And then we'll lift the other arm up to the side and bring it down. And then we end it with a big circle, take you all the way up, and we'll back to our namaste hands. You got it? Let's try it. Bring your hands to namaste with our breath. Inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, arms in cactus. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, bow. Inhale, open. Exhale, come down, look over the ledge. Inhale, roll halfway up to a back arch. Exhale, look over the ledge again. Inhale, one arm goes out, we're looking up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, bring it down. And inhale, big breath to the top. Exhale, back to the heart center. We'll do one more with my breath encouragement, and then we'll flow with it naturally. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, arms in cactus. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, bow. Inhale, open. Exhale, peek over the ledge. Inhale, halfway, arch your back. Exhale, lean again. Inhale, arm comes up, and then lower. Inhale, other arm up, and lower. Inhale, big breath to the top. Exhale, back to the heart center. Two more like that on our own. So inhale up. Exhale. Big breath. Bow. Open. Ledge. Arch. Ledge. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. To the sky. To namaste. Last one. Inhale up. Cactus. Big breath. Bow. Open. Ledge. Halfway up, arch. Ledge. Arm goes out. Lower it. Arm goes out. Lower it. Take it to the top. Back to the heart center. Good work. I hope you feel that energy coming in you, and I hope you got a little bit of warmth in there. Every time we move the big muscles of our body, which we were doing with those big arm raises, we are generating a lot of heat. And heat is good. It works our heart and our lungs, and it makes everything move a little bit better inside of our bodies. Once you're sitting back in your chair, I want you to just close your eyes for a moment. Put your hands on your thighs, palms facing down. Soften your face and your shoulders, and I just want you to say, I'm here now. Notice your breath. Notice the warmth or the temperature of your body. If anything has shifted in this time we've been together. And then gently fluttering your eyes open. We're going to end it with a breathing practice. This one's called the breath flow. It's a very mindful, flowing movement that will calm your nervous system and give you some great relaxation. So it looks like this. We're going to inhale the arms up, float them up, and exhale, float them down. Good. Inhale, lift them up, and exhale, float them down. Turn your palms up now. So inhale, lift. Exhale, flip the palms and ground yourself. Good. So inhale, lift. Big breath. Exhale. Let it go, let it go. Couple more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hands on your laps. Soften your gaze again. Maybe just gently tuck your chin, look down, maybe beyond your kneecaps on the floor. Bringing your hands to that namaste position. And as you do that, pressing the palms together, softening those shoulders down, pressing the thumbs into your heart, maybe even touching the center of your body. This is your heart center. This is the place where you experience your joy and your love and your gratitude. So as you bow your head, maybe even closing your eyes, take a moment to be grateful for this time we've spent together, to be thankful for your body for doing everything that it can today. I thank you all so much for being with me today in this Healthy Joints class to keep you moving, to keep you feeling good, to keep your body flexible and mobile. Gently open your eyes. Hands on your laps. So thank you for joining me today at the Parkinson's Foundation PD Health at Home Fitness Fridays. And again, I'm Sherry Zach Morris. I'm a certified yoga therapist and the founder of Yoga Vista. If you found this video useful, I have so many other videos that focus on a lot of different things. Many of them are targeted to people who have specific injuries or conditions or limitations. So we make it fun, we make it useful, we make it accessible. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.